Good morning, student. Good morning, student. Today I explain the standard library or standard library module in Python. In Python, there are some built-in functions that we are using in our program. Let us discuss what is the module. A Python module is a file which contains some variable, constant, some functions, object, etc. defined in it, which can be used in other programming language by importing it. It mean by in Python library. Okay, in Python library having the some different files. They are contain some different methods, some variables, and some objects that we can use these objects modules in our other Python programming, and these are possible only if we are imported this Python library in our program. Okay, so it mean by Python provides some built-in functions in the form of library. We just import this library in our program to use their functions. Now let us know what is the Python library. Okay, working with maths module. Here first I am explaining the how to use mathematical functions that is built in Python library. Okay, Python provides some built-in mathematical functions, maths related functions that we are using in our program. So let us know first what is the maths module. Python standard library provide a module naming maths for maths related functions that work with all the number type except complex number. In order to work with functions of maths module, you need first import it in your program by given the statement as follow as top line of your Python script. The line is import maths. Actually, how we will use if anytime we are creating the program in Python, first or starting line is the importing line. Okay, whatever functions we are using from the library, so first we need to import it. So in our Python program, first line we just write import maths. Okay, here because we are using here maths library. So in Python standard library provide a module naming maths that is related only the maths functions that work with all types of number except the complex number. It mean by in Python library provide that functions that work on all types of numeric value like integer, float, okay, but it does not work with the complex number. In order to work with the functions of maths module, you need first import it in your program, then you can use maths function. After importing this maths library in your program, you are able to access their different functions in your program. Now there are some functions. I am showing here a little bit functions this. Okay, so after importing the maths library, how we will access the functions? We just write math dot then functions name. Conveniently you should give the import statement at the top of your code. Okay, first you import it, then after you will able to use these functions. Now how we will use these functions? First we just import it, then after we just use in our program maths dot, and here we just write the function name. Okay, so for that what we are doing, we just access this maths library, then after we write some code if we need, and then maths function we are using maths dot, suppose I am using on here ceil function, CEIL. Okay, then opening bracket and closing bracket. So it will be so we are able to access it. Now first I explain cell functions. It return smallest integer not less than number. It mean by if I pass the argument, suppose I am using, first I am importing the maths library, then I am using maths dot cell, and here I write in opening bracket 2.2, then closing bracket and pressing the enter key. Immediately Python return 2. Okay, so it will be written the smallest integer related to that number, whatever fractional point it just omit it, or it return 2.0. Okay, now next is square root. It return the square root value. Suppose I use maths dot square root. Okay, and inside the bracket I write 81.0. Okay, so Python return its square root value 9.0. Same thing sine. Now sine function in maths library return the sine of argument. The value of argument must be radius. Okay, maths sine then value we just write like that. Then cos value it return the cosine of argument, and then radiant it return the convert the angle in degrees radiant. It mean by if I write the radiant maths dot radian, then it will be written. Okay, so how we will give? Maths dot radian and opening bracket, suppose I give 179.91, so it will be written 3.14 approximate radiant value. It will be written from that passed argument. Now next is working with maths module. I am given only one example. Later I will discuss the different examples of related to it. Okay, suppose one examples, some questions are come in your exam like that. Write the corresponding Python expressions for the following mathematically expressions. Suppose the expressions is cos x divided by tan x plus x. So in Python how we will write the code? Maths dot cos, in argument we pass x value, then divided by maths dot tan, and inside the argument we just pass x, then closing the bracket, then plus x. Okay, and here I explain some valid mathematical expressions. Suppose I want to execute square root a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, so in Python how we will write these expressions? First we write maths dot sqrt square root, then opening bracket a multiply a plus b multiply b plus c multiply c, then closing bracket. Okay, like that we just write the if we find the square root of the given value x square plus b square plus c square, like that we just write maths dot square root opening bracket a multiply a plus b multiply b plus c multiply c. Okay, some expressions we just write like that, and some invalid expressions I also want to discuss with you. Suppose I write x plus multiply r. So it will be wrong because two operators we can't use simultaneously with here. Okay, and then if we want to give just like in maths, q opening bracket a plus b, it's also right because here no operators are given. So it must be necessary you just write each and every operators in your expressions. Okay, now next is, if we want to write the expression, mathematical expressions, power e the power minus x. So how we will write this? So we will write that expressions maths dot fab as, then opening bracket maths dot expressions opening bracket 2 minus x, and then closing bracket like that. Okay, now next is random module. What is the random? What's the meaning of random? Random, it means by the number generated automatically. Okay, so let us know what is the random number. Python has a module naming random that provide a random number generators. A random number is simple word meaning a number generated by chance or randomly. To use a random number generator in your Python programming, you first need to import the random using the import command. So if we want to access the random functions in our Python programming, we need to import it. So our first line command is import random. Now next, inside the random library, most used functions are random, randint, and randrange. All the functions should be started with the small letter. So how we will use this? First we import it each and every time when we are using. Then first print random. It is the first random is for the name of library, just like in maths what we write maths dot then function name. So here we just write random dot random. So it will be generated the random number between the 0.0 to 1.0. So it will be written by chance 0.23456 whatever. Okay, so if we are only use these functions, it will be written the number between this 0.0 to 1.0. Okay, now next is random. Okay, random case, if we are passing some argument in a lower and upper limit, so what we are giving to generate random floating number between the lower and upper, using the random, multiply random with different upper limit with lower limit and add the lower limit. Okay, so here upper limit is 35, we just minus it to the 15 and then add the lower limit, it means by 15. So it will be generated the random number between the 15 to 35 and some in a fractional value. Suppose it returned to 25.5012 like that. So it will be written the number. But if we want to only the integer value as a random number, for that we are using randint functions. So how we will use? First we import random library, then we just give random dot rand init. Okay, inside the print functions we are given then 15 and 35. So basically random functions is used for generating the random number either in fractional values or either in integer value. If we want to generate our number in integer form, so we just give rand int functions. Okay, rand int function is used to access the random number. Now here rand range, the next library is rand range. For that also we are importing the random library. Look at first rand range, then stop value. Okay, so to generate random number to the range 0 to 45, it's not 14, it's a 45. Okay, so it will be generated the number between the 0 to 45. Look at here, I am not given the starting value, only the upper limit, stop value is needed. So the function is random dot rand range 45. Now next is random dot rand range start and stop. If we want to define the starting value also, for that we are using start and stop value. The code is that random dot rand range, then inside the argument first we pass the starting value. Suppose in this example I am given 11 and then 45. Okay, 11 and 45, so it will be generated the value between the 11 to 45 and any value it will be written from that. Suppose 12, sometime it written 42, like that. Okay, so random dot rand range. Now next function random dot rand range start, stop and step. Suppose I want to generate the number within a step, so for that we are passing one more argument with our function, is that first one is starting value, from there it will be started, then stop value and then step value. So here I pass 11 is a starting value, 45 is a stop value and step value is a 4. So it will be generated, the most possible result is 11, then plus 4 15, then 19, then 23, 27, 31, 35, 39 and 43. Okay, now we just pass that argument in negative also. Okay, if we are using that steps in -4, so it will be more proximal values is 41 here in a upper limit and a lower limit minus 10, it means by 7 to 41 it will be written the value if we are assigning the step is -4. Now the next library is next library is static module. The static module of the Python library many static functions such as mean, medium and mode. For that we are using, if we want to access these functions, we import statics library, or the second way to access the static functions from static import mean, mode and medium. It means by we specify the functions name mean, mode and medium from the statistics library. Now statistics. The statistics modules of the Python standard library provide many static functions such as mean, mode, med, etc. In order to use your program, we need to first import the static functions with the help of import and space statistics. Okay, so for that we just access all the static functions first line. According to that we access the on all the functions related to statistics. But if we are specify from static import mean, mode and medium, So we can access in our program only these functions because here we specify. Okay. Now next is statistics means it return the average value of set sequence of value passed. Statistics medium, it return the medium value of the set. Okay. And the statistics mode most offering repeat value. Okay. If in our sequence whatever which value we are using repeated, so it will be return that repeated value, most repeated value from our list. So look at the example. Suppose I am taken first our in programming first statement is import statistics. Then we just pass one square sequence. Okay, in sequence numbers of element we just give. Then we are using statistics means and passing the argument that sequence. Okay, so it will be return the average value of the given sequence. Then mid value, it will be return the medium value from that list. And mode value, it return the value that we are repeated more time, maximum time we repeat it. Okay, look at our sequence on here. 5 is mostly used to repeat it. Now, so for that we are using the static functions. Now let's revise it. Okay, today I explained the what is the module or what is the library. Okay, library actually it is a collections of functions, variable, constants and different objects. And we are using that library with the help of import keyword. First I am explaining the maths module. Here the different functions are inside the maths module, and the way of using that modules are first library name, then dot, then functions name. Okay, for that we are access the maths module. Now next is random. Random is also a library that actually used to generate the random number. For that we are using import random. Inside it I explained random, randint, randrange. Okay, random is generate the random number between the 0.0 to 1.0. Randint is used to generate the integer number, and randrange is also used to generate the start, stop and step value from between the random number. Here that way how to we are using that functions. And then randrange is declare the range. In between this range random library generate the random number. Now the static functions, if we want to access some static functions in our program, so for that we are using import statistics. And second way to given from static import, then specify the name of functions. In maths library also we are using, if we want to use these types. So in other library whatever I am previously explained, we just write from maths, then import. Suppose here I am import only some little bit functions, sine, comma, cos, whatever function we want to import we just write. Okay, same all the this method will be follow in all libraries. So there are two way to access the functions or libraries in our programming. Okay, inside the statics explain mean, medium and mode. It is the way how to we are inserted these functions in our program. Thank you dear students.